Good morning. Welcome to the next day of the Rune Reading Project. It is November 10th, 2012 in this part of the world. And in this part of the world it is starting to snow, which I think is awesome. I'm very excited for the snow, for the blanketing, calming, quieting effect of the snow. I hope it will help wash away all the frustrated and hot, bitter energy that's running around and give us time to settle into ourselves and relax and move our focus more close to home. So, on that note, yes, this is our introduction. You have not missed anything. I am not doing a video introduction for this one. Partly because I thought I didn't have anything to expound on, and partly to see how this feels, going straight into it without the weird volume changes, and go from there. Life is an experiment. We keep trying things until they work. So with that said, settle back into your position, light trance or meditative state to come on, and inhale. And exhale. Releasing all toxins and tensions, releasing all expectations. Inhale, feeling the air fill up every pore to the fingertips, to the toes, bringing in focus and awareness, centering your attention. Exhale, letting a sheet, a blanket of relaxation fall over you. The shoulders droop, the fingers relax, the knees fall, the toes bend. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Today again, it looks like we have a minimalist reading. 3 stones for our contemplation. The first one is Gibo, which is the stone of gifts, that perfect exchange, that equal relationship. The second one is Dagas, the stone of contemplation, the stone of laying everything out and seeing it all for what it is. The third one is reversed. It is Manas. Manas is the stone of balance, of having the material and the intellectual or spiritual be balanced. Manas is the stone of the human, who is the one animal in our thought process that does both, is connected very much to the ground in the daily survival system, but then reaches through thought and deed to the heavens, trying to be that connection. Kibo is that relationship. The relationship where everything is equal. The relationship where you lean as much as you take support, where you give as much as you get. Dagas is contemplation. It is sitting down in the light of the fire and thinking about everything, staring into the future, while at the same time contemplating the past. In a way, it is the stone of judgment. Because you lay everything out for what you've done so far to this point. And you decide what you liked about what you've done. And we decide what we didn't like about what we've done, to bring it back to everybody. And then we decide what we're going to do next, what we would like to achieve next, what we think the next step is. Dagas is often called the doorway, because once that decision is made, once that judgment is passed, we move on to the next step, the consequences or the new project or the new lifestyle based on what we had been contemplating. And Manas, here reversed, is saying that there isn't really a balance either to consider, or that this contemplation, this next step, the story we're going through, is going to lead to an imbalance, lead to considering one thing more than the other. On this day, with the snow falling, one tends to jump immediately to creature comforts. Am I going to be warm enough? Am I going to have enough food? Am I going to have enough things to occupy my time in case the snowfall is really huge? It brings, in effect, the future a little closer, because it heralds the season. This is winter in this part of the world. We've had some gorgeous days, and technically it's the end of fall, but it is coming winter. It is coming time to change the tires and blow out the sprinklers if you haven't done it already, and pay more attention to the physical needs. So, the basis of this reading, of this thought process, is Gibo. And Gibo being the relationship. Could be that we will be thinking about one of our relationships, one of the exchanges, and deciding, is it worth it? Deciding if it's something we want to continue with. Or we could be deciding what kind of gift to give this person, not necessarily to create an imbalance, but to express something, or to assist a little more, because sometimes that perfect relationship, one side does need a little more than the other. Let's get a little clarification. Alright, the clarification is Algaz, which is the spiritual warrior. And to me it says that in this time we all need to kind of look out for each other. So, we are our own spiritual warriors in a way, or for each other, and lending that little extra hand. So, a relationship that, to me, this is what it's saying, a relationship that is usually well balanced, is a good partnership, and is a give as much as get, or a get as much as give, needs a little extra thought today. It could be a parent who is going to need a little extra care. It could be a child who needs a little extra care. It could be a friend who needs a little extra care. Or it could be one of those who needs a little less care. They need some time alone. It could be you that needs a little more or a little less from the relationship. So sit down and think about what you are getting, how it has progressed in the past, this relationship, and what you are willing to do in the future, even if it does seem a little unbalanced, in order to help the person out. The universe being in big turmoil, yes, that's one of my themes, is trying to do its best for everybody, but this is the time we need to step up and help, do our best to be a tool for the universe in whatever form you consider it, whether God or Goddess or Allah or Muhammad or the Three Stooges or the elements. It is time to channel a little of that extra energy for others, or to ask somebody else to do it for us. Please remember that these decisions, these moments that the runes talk about, can be small ones. It could be something as simple as helping somebody through a door, though that doesn't often take a lot of contemplation. And the contemplation rune does indicate something slightly bigger, a little more time to be taken to consider all the options. It could also be a number of things that happened today, the patterns that the day falls into. It could be that all the decisions that you make, you need to consider both yourself and somebody else. We need to consider both ourselves and somebody else. That relationship, which would imply a long-term relationship with people that you live with, or people that you react with consistently. Are you getting a new car that's going to make it easier or more difficult for the people to get into? Are you getting new carpeting that feels better or worse on the feet, or the color is something you prefer versus the other person? So when you make these long-term decisions today, take a moment, contemplate, and make your choice. And it is okay to feel imbalanced, like you are giving more than you're going to get, or like you are getting more than you're going to give. It is okay. We are to be here for each other. And therefore, we need to ask for what we need so that everybody knows where they stand, including the universe. Now is not the time to sit back and hope that our needs get met. Now is the time to say, you know what, I need this, or you know what, I understand that you need that. I can contribute, or I really can't. And we can be warriors for each other, or not. But that is part of the warrior honesty, is saying, you know what, I can't supply this for you. You will need to go to someone else, or I don't feel up to it, but I will support you as you search for others' assistance. So, the snow is almost done, so it's a real quick storm, but I'm still looking forward to the blanket, warmth and coziness, and turning attention inward and turning the energies inward. So I hope you have a great day.